K-dramas have steadily become one of the most popular genres worldwide, but certain titles feel borderline traumatic. Without a doubt, the vast majority of fans prefer romantic K-dramas that play into predictable yet reliable formulas. For many, K-dramas quickly became synonymous with comfort. Whether the central plot was grounded in reality or outlandish like a soap opera, K-dramas felt safe. Given that most popular K-dramas end happily for the main characters, that assumption is still widely accepted as fact. Yet, there are just as many heart-wrenching K-dramas that fail to give viewers a gratifying ending. As a result, there are myriad K-dramas that feel too painful to relive, be it because of a cruel twist or an unsatisfactory series finale. Do Sol Sol Lolo Sol 2020. Throughout Do Sol Sol Lolo Sol, viewers are lulled into a false sense of security. With so many common rom-com elements on display, the budding relationship between Gu Rara, Go Ara, and Jun Sunwoo, Lee Jae-wook, seemed like a typical romance. Jun Sunwoo even went so far as to open La La Land for Gu Rara's secret pianist career. Just as the rom-com seemed primed to become a fan favorite, however, one of the most shocking K-drama plot twists hit. Jun Sunwoo was revealed to have leukemia. The drama convinced everyone, including Rara and the audience, that Sunwoo died, only to have him suddenly reappear in the finale. Rather than feel like a joyous reunion, though, it felt needlessly distressing. The King of Pigs 2022. The King of Pigs follows a common trend, K-dramas about revenge, but its violence is incredibly difficult to watch. Similar to Netflix's smash hit The Glory, The King of Pigs follows a main character, Kim Dong-wook's Hwang Gyeong-minute, who, even well into adulthood, cannot forget the abhorrent school violence he was subjected to as a teenager. The chilling drama isn't particularly gory or gratuitous in its action sequences, but every bullying scene packs a devastating punch. From sexual assault to class division, The King of Pigs tackles conflicts that unfortunately feel timeless. Despite its impressive writing, directing, and acting, however, The King of Pigs is simply too brutal to re-watch. Save Me 2017. Save Me is a criminally underrated K-drama, but its heavy subject matter precludes it from achieving true mainstream success. At the crux of Save Me is the story of Im Sang-mi, Seo Ye-ji, a young woman who was forced to join Goseonwan, a religious cult run by the haunting Baek junkie, Jo Sung-ha. The plot is compelling and keeps viewers on edge until the climactic ending, but Save Me is so unnerving, it feels genuinely uncomfortable. Sang-mi's helplessness is rooted in grief. Her brother died by suicide, her mother developed extreme mental illness, and her father was brainwashed by the cult, leaving her defenseless against the violent, manipulative, mind-breaking reality of Goseonwan. Mr. Plankton 2024. When Mr. Plankton was announced as a Netflix original K-drama, most viewers looked past its sad premise. Though it was established from the start that Jo Woo Do-hwan had a terminal illness, his rekindled relationship with Jo Jae-mi, Lee Yo-mi, along with the drama's billing as a romantic comedy, led many to hope for a miraculous happy ending. In titles like Doom at Your Service, a seemingly inevitable main character's death was overturned, but Mr. Plankton killed Jo in the series finale, in Jae-mi's arms, no less. Though the show warned the audience in advance that Jo would die, it still crushed a million hearts. Just like Romeo and Juliet, Mr. Plankton's tragedy was sadly unavoidable. It's Okay to Not Be Okay 2020. It's Okay to Not Be Okay has remained a wildly divisive K-drama since its 2020 release, but its harshest scenes took most viewers by surprise. Ko Mun-young, Seo Ye-ji, was treated like a pariah due to her antisocial personality disorder, ASPD, by everyone aside from Moon Gang-tae, Kim Se-hyun, but her backstory put everything in gut-wrenching perspective. As It's Okay to Not Be Okay slowly revealed, Mun-young was emotionally abused by her mother, making every scene between them feel like a horror movie. It's Okay to Not Be Okay may be a K-drama with a perfect ending, but many viewers questioned if it was worth the palpable pain and suffering it took to get there. Hi Bye, Mama, 2020. Hi Bye, Mama was a profound K-drama, and its tear-jerking ending was the perfect bookend to the series. At the start of the drama, Chauri, Kim Tae-hee, is a ghost who has the chance to come back to life and reunite with her husband and daughter. The simple mission goes awry when Uri learns her husband moved on and fell in love again in the 5 years she'd been dead. In one of the most tragic K-drama deaths, Chauri gives up her chance at resurrection to protect her family's happiness. Hi Bye, Mama is a poignant lesson in love, but it's an excruciatingly painful reminder. Mr. Sunshine 2018. Mr. Sunshine is arguably one of the most well-known historical K-dramas ever created, despite airing a mere 7 years ago. The political drama takes place in Hansong, present-day Seoul, during the late 19th early 20th century, but its masterclass in K-drama acting is what truly sets it apart. The main character, Eugene Choi, Lee Byung-hun, escaped a life of slavery by joining the U.S. Marine Corps, but he becomes embroiled in the Righteous Army Resistance Group after crossing paths with Go Ae-shin, Kim Tae-ri. Unfortunately, Mr. Sunshine is a reminder that nobody truly wins in a war, as the drama ends with Eugene's devastating death. The Red Sleeve 2021. The Red Sleeve is one of many K-dramas based on true events, but its real-life inspiration only makes the drama more harrowing. Even if the premise had been totally fictional, the romance between Yi-san, Lee Junho, and Song Deokim, Lee Se-young, would have still come to an agonizing conclusion. Deokim sacrificed her freedom to be with the king, but their love story was cut short by her death. Yi-san continued ruling with a broken heart, but the final episode pours salt in the wound by showing the king finding Deokim after he dies. Even in the afterlife, however, their stratified positions are a cruel reminder of their hardships. Mouse 2021. At first glance, Mouse seems like a run-of-the-mill murder mystery, but it takes an exceedingly alarming turn. Beyond killing off countless victims with terrifying causes of death, Mouse has an unforgettable plot twist that ruins any chance of a rewatch. The lovable rookie Jong Ba-ram, Lee Sung-ji, was the sadistic serial killer hiding in plain sight. Normally, a twist killer would be all the more reason to rewatch a series and search for hidden clues, but Mouse made Ba-ram the most disturbing K-drama villain of all time. Using the biblical 7 deadly sins as an outline, he murdered people who didn't sin in increasingly vicious ways, making Mouse too gruesome to return to.